Hello, dear ones, it's Hannah. I had a really cool BQH session this weekend that I wanted to share with you because in it, my client got to experience many of the different dimensions that so many of us have been learning about and talking about. Her experience of the third dimension when she popped down into it was that most of the people and things going on were actually two-dimensional. It looked like they were drawings on paper, like they were flat. And they were moving and interacting and they could talk with her and whatnot, but they were two-dimensional. And then there were a few more third-dimensional aspects like we see. They weren't flat, they had more form. In order to go from the third to the fourth dimension, a zipper unzipped. And as she, like in the sky, sort of. And as she looked through it, there was a, orangey glow. She popped through it to the other side, and it was darkness. It was very chaotic. There were lots and lots of beings. People seemed confused. Everyone was milling about, lots of confusion, lots of busyness. And she said there were these really big, sort of muscular beings that were sort of like puppeteers controlling the events of the third dimension to sort of control the experience that some of the beings there were having. And so to get through the fourth dimension, there was a ladder you could go up to get to the fifth dimension. In the fifth dimension, it was very colorful, very lush, very peaceful. There was no duality, no good and bad, or light and dark, good and evil. There was just, everything was sort of seen from a higher perspective of, from an unconditionally loving perspective, about the lessons and the benefit of everything. There was more of a sense of unity, and the thing that people were really interested in the fifth dimension was about creation and using their minds to instantly manifest something. So it was sort of a big play of creation, and sometimes people would get together and co-create things, and it was just a different expression of that creation that they could do together as an evolving experience. To get to the sixth dimension from the fifth dimension, you went inward, and once you went inward enough, then you would pop into the sixth dimension. The sixth dimension, there was no form. It was all about unity and exploring that unity. And it was like there was no form, and it was just sort of like particles bouncing together and just experiencing what that experience was of the self without any form. It was just, everything was just energy and was interacting with each other. Her experience of that was that it was interesting but a little boring. To get to the seventh dimension, these particles ended up sort of sticking together, coalescing and building, and then you got to the seventh dimension, which was a more complete experience of unity, where everything was working together. Also, it was sort of amorphous. There wasn't specific bodies or beings. It was energy working together to do something together, and it was all about this unity and oneness. And we didn't explore how to go from the seventh to the eighth dimension, but in the eighth dimension there was still this very deep understanding of this unity, but there were specific beings, and so her mission was to come down to Earth. And it seemed that she was the only being from this particular place that was on Earth to experience Earth. And because of that complete and deep unity, there only needed to be one of her from this place coming to Earth, because they all would understand and experience that based on what she understood and experienced of Earth because of this sense of unity. It was very loving and evolved and higher dimensional, so higher vibrational. So that was the experience that we had, which was pretty fascinating. And so there it is, in case it's interesting to you. I hope that you all have a beautiful day. And if you like this, then like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. And you can hit the bell if you want to receive notifications about when I post new things. So take good care, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.